All right, let's do this. What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Welcome to the 18th episode of the Glitched Out Podcast. I am your host, the one and only G, aka Glitz. I am luckily and honored and joined by the one and only Bites World, Diddy Von Doom, and the one and only Dre, aka B, because I could not pronounce his name, man. We're gonna have a great podcast today. I still can't do it. We're gonna have a great podcast, man. We're gonna talk about Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Amazon Go, and we're gonna talk about Twitch linking hands in hands with Black History Month and all the love is showing. So that's what we're gonna get down today. Thank you guys for being here. Let's do it. Hey, but actually, this is really dope because I've been trying to get all three of these amazing casters on this podcast, and today's the day. So we made history. So just for name's sake, I want everybody here, starting with Bites, and then Denny, and then B, just kind of shout out who they are, what you do, so people get, accumulate to who you do. And I know, quite a few guys do quite a bit. So we'll start with Bits, then go Denny. Let's go.
Yeah, so I'm Bites. I go by Bites World. If you ever check out the stream, I'm a streamer. I mostly play fighting games, first-person shooters, things like that, and occasionally I'll do an IRL type of stream as well, talking about goals and helping people reach their goals. So I'm relatively new to Twitch. I've probably been streaming for about a year so far, and glad to be able to come to the podcast and add something new here.
Glad to have you. All right, Denny.
All right. Well, my name's Diddy Von Doom. I'm a variety caster on Twitch. Do a variety of games: Dark Souls, Bloodborne, a lot of fighters. Also, co-host of Fight Club Weekly, our weekly tournament. We do Injustice 2, Dragon Ball Fighter Z coming up pretty soon. I'm also community manager for the Cookout. Pretty much the largest group of people of color on Twitch and other platforms. So if you're a streamer of color, make sure to hit us up. You can hit us up on Twitter, Twitter.tv, Twitter.com, Diddy on Doom, or Cookout PLC, one of those two websites. Say hi.
Great community. All right, Dre.
All right, so hi, Andre, also known as Beefuteki here on Twitch. I'm pretty much the old school guy. I'm a broadcaster here that pretty much travels all over the world and covers a lot of fighting game community events. So Evo, NEC, what is it? Like Final Round, like whatever fighting game tournaments, probably watch my stream and checked out some of the action that's going on there. I'm also one that goes out and does a lot of concert streams, beauty pageant streams, and things like that all over. I'm also someone that is, somewhat of a person I like to share my knowledge when it comes to streaming. So if you ever need help, just give me a shout out on Twitter and I'll reach out to you and see if I can help you.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for that. All right, so let's jump into it. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna go right to I want to talk about Twitch's little promo on Black History Month and how you guys felt about it and what happened. But before we do that, so everybody in chat knows, everybody watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching on YouTube the day after, let's roll a little video. You guys should have it. Diddy and everybody should have it at the bottom. Let's roll a little video so you guys can see that. I think this is a really cool promo. Shout out to Twitch for doing this, and then we'll talk about this. Give me a second.
What?
All right, let me know when you guys are ready. So we can click the video at the same time. If you guys want to watch it at the same time, we'll just count down.
I'm trying to get it up here.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's go.
So 3, 2, 1.
What
Vamonos.
does African American History Month mean to me?
What does African American history mean to me?
Mean to me?
To me?
To you?
To you.
Black History Month is important to me because it gives people before me recognition and praise for an entire month where we normally would not receive it.
And it's just a time for me to feel proud of my skin and my skin color and all that we've done.
Equality, acceptance, love.
Be honest, it don't mean much to me because I'm proud to be black every day. But I will say that Black History Month is an annual window of opportunity to educate the ignorant on the fact that Black history is, in fact, American history.
I think the most important thing is that it spotlights a lot of history that would otherwise not get taught.
Everyone seems to know about the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, the Rosa Parks. There's all type of interesting things
outside of those that you can learn.
Someone in history I would like to meet is Jacqueline Moore. She was a woman of color in a male-populated sport, paving the way for women to be taken more seriously in WWE and giving girls of color like me someone to look up to.
Michelle Nichols. I grew up with the original Star Trek. Seeing someone who looked like me was a milestone.
I would like to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson. He has an industry-leading mind who is at the forefront of astronomy education, and especially in the social sphere.
My man, Bo Diddley. Now let me tell you about Bo Diddley. He was a musical pioneer in rock and roll. Bo Diddley invented his name. He invented his own guitars. And he also invented his own beat, which is called the Bo Diddley beat.
Dr. Martin Luther King is definitely a huge inspiration of mine. He pushed through diversity and showed people that the color of one's skin is not the only way to get a point across.
What kind of impact would you like to leave in the world of Twitch community? For all gamers to feel more welcome and not judged for anything beyond their power or irrelevant to their actions, namely gender and race.
Be able to empower somebody to better understand themselves so they can accept themselves as the way that they are.
I want people to not feel alone or to focus on the negative, because there's so many amazing people and amazing communities waiting to get to know you.
Life and the people that you meet would be so dull if we were all the same.
It's always good to have more options. I mean, I love pizza, for example, but I wouldn't want to eat pizza every day.
It gets boring.
The more diverse group of people, the more diverse group of thoughts you have nearby, when you form those thoughts, when you form those opinions, the more rounded that opinion can be.
The immediate benefit is having something for everyone, not just one specific face.
Until those struggles, no matter the intensity, are past tense, we must continue to be as steadfast in the present so that the future celebrates our efforts as well.
Shout outs to Twitch Unity, Black History Month.
It's not the color of the skin that matters, but the person underneath it.
Get him.
Oh, yeah, one last thing. Black Panther, you know the movie, Marvel movie?
All right, cool. So, how'd you guys feel about the video? How'd you guys feel about the video?
I mean, I thought the video was really well done. Definitely a step up from Unity last year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To say the least. Like there was definitely. It's good that they let them actually just speak and not script anything. It definitely shows. And then having to actually throw in history in the video instead of it just being Twitch related was a nice touch.
Yeah, very true.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree with that. They didn't kind of just like gloss it over with, hey, this is the Twitch promo. They actually let them spit some facts and share some of the figures that mean a lot to us today. So I really like that. I thought the video was it was well done. I'll go there with you, Denny. It was well done, and I'm happy. I'm happy Twitch is doing this. This is a step forward, in showcasing a lot of people of different varieties in the future too, amongst African Americans. So that's where I stand with that. What about you? What about you, Bites and Ray? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can just piggyback off of what Denny said. I thought it was well done. I thought that it was a variety of different skin complexions and things like that. And, some of the things that they were talking about specifically about, some of the figures of Black history, I thought that those were relatable figures that anybody watching could respect what they've done and that sort of thing. So I appreciated that.
Yeah. Ray?
I loved it. I just felt like this is something that they should have done a while ago. Seeing as, Black History Month is something that is near and dear to a lot of us because it's the 1 month, like for me, being pretty much the oldest, like being like super old, that that we actually got to hear about some of the people who've affected history for us to come up, like Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, and things like that. We mainly only learned about them like within this month, so we only got to learn about that stuff. So for Twitch to now step in and say, hey, what inspired you, for us, not just Black, but whatever ethnicity, to actually start doing some of this stuff. A lot of us, gain our strength from seeing what somebody else's struggle was.
Very true.
To push on and carry on. And for me, it kind of was the same thing because, the the type of work that I do, it's not many people of color that actually do this type of stuff, that actually run a production company and stuff like that, and heads out to all these events and covers all these events the way that we cover it. So I would say that, it's great that they honor Black History Month this way. And I hope that they push on to do this a lot more and a lot bigger and better as the years go by.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for that too. So I want to ask you guys a very interesting question. You as African Americans, when you first joined the streaming platform, whether it be you joined Justin TV, one of the OGs, or you came on Twitch, how do you feel like African Americans are underrepresented or very sparse when it comes to the gaming industry or the streaming industry? How do you guys feel about that?
Okay, so I'll go first. At first, being that I've been here since Justin TV and things like that, I feel like it was kind of sparse. It was mostly Asian or Caucasian on here, on Justin TV and things like that, because most of us weren't really into playing games and stuff. We did play games, we just played games, and that was pretty much it. We didn't care about sharing with other people and things like that. We just went home, played our Madden, played our NBA 2K, played our Street Fighter, played our Mortal Kombat, played whatever game we were playing at the time, and just did not care about sharing. I think now it's grown to a higher number where there are more people of color on Twitch, on whatever streaming platform there is. And it's a great thing to actually see this, because I would rather run and watch or give a chance to someone of color, because it's someone I could probably like relate to, rather than like watching some other people. That's just me. Um as of now, like, I feel like we do get somewhat of a push, not much. I feel like a lot of times when it comes down to like getting that push, we just aren't educated in knowing who to go to, or who to talk to about getting like that push, like maybe getting a non-partner spotlight or front page or something like that. It's just something that is difficult to do because the information isn't really available, but trust me, it's out there. You just got to know who to speak to.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like when I first got on the platform, I originally, like, as far as Twitch goes, I really only used Twitch when I first got on here for tournaments and fighting game stuff. Like, I really, it took me a while to even realize other games were being played on Twitch outside of fighters. I just hopped on here because they were showing Marvel, and I wanted to see like FGTV House and stuff like that. And then eventually, I found out there was more going on the platform. As far as now, I mean, there's still plenty that can be done. I mean, if they ever have problems finding people, it's more you can put effort into anything when you have money. Like, you can go for consultants, or you could just ask around. One thing I will point out about the video, particularly, is that the video itself featured partners. So we didn't have like any affiliates or regular streamers in there. It was only partner focused.
Yeah.
So I imagine it would probably be even more diverse if they had opened it up to everyone, or at least affiliates in that same wave. But compared to, like, say, Twitch Uni, for example, where there were no black women in any of the videos they had showed, it's at least a step up from that portion. So it's in the right direction. It's not quite where it needs to be yet, but it is a step at least. Because at the same time, the same way we have a Black History Month celebration, that should be one for Latino History Month and one for Asian History Month. Those should have the same kind of showcase.
Yeah, they
so
should.
That you're showing that kind of universal diversity instead of it just being the one that's somewhat easier because it has a lot of the background focus on on the platform of that. So I'm hoping they make it more of a thing for everyone, and to really show Twitch Unity is going to be a thing that we should do every day on the streams.
Oh yes.
Every day on Twitch.
Yes.
So it's early in the year, so I'm giving them a little bit of leeway, some hope that they stick with it, keep pushing this continuously. I'd love to see something like this. It is being happening outside of just a TwitchCon event, where it's a diversity panel or stuff like that. So.
Okay. All right.
And shout out to DJ too, by the way. He was on
yeah.
Twitch yesterday. Speaking of more black people doing big things out there, he was on Twitch Weekly on the front page, and they hardly ever have guest co-hosts.
Yeah, he was doing the interview hosting workshop thing, right?
Yeah, there's a 3-day event for hosting where Twitch actually has people who applied come out who they selected, and they get an entire rundown of how to host large events like say PAX or
Hmm.
TwitchCon kind of things, talking to game developers,
Hmm.
studios live on the channel. So they actually put them on the spot. When basically like, yeah, we're gonna put you guys on Twitch Weekly tomorrow on the front page and have you guys run it. So talk about stepping up.
That's actually really really cool. I'm happy for DJ. Yeah, I saw it on his Twitter. He was doing that. I'm really really happy for him. Vice man, what'd you think, man? What'd you think? What'd you no how the question was, do you, I guess as an African American, do you feel like the platform we're underrepresented or we have a disadvantage, or pretty much the same thing I asked Denny?
Yeah. I mean, of course, you know, before I started streaming on Twitch, I also watched Twitch mainly for video gameplay and things like that, and didn't really have a streaming perspective in terms of being represented. I just know that as I would move about the community, I wouldn't see people that look like me. So, I think this is a way to, have people get a better picture of what type of African Americans are on the Twitch
Mm-hmm.
network and on the Twitch community, and it's just a way for them to better connect with the site. I know seeing it for me, it makes me feel really good. Seeing people of color, being represented in such a light, like the way that they've been broadcasting it with this video. So, that's kind of where I see it. And if they continue to do this, I could see it being more receptive, bringing more people into the Twitch universe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
All right, so I'm gonna poke the beehive with this. Something I saw. So when this popped up, man, did you know exactly what I'm talking about? Some of the comments, man, on this thread were just outrageous, and they were by fellow. I checked some of the people that were commenting on, some of these crazy comments. Streamers alike, people that stream on the platform. I didn't see any partners, but I did see some people that were fellow streamers on the platform. There are people out there that feel like this because Twitch is spotlighting African Americans for one whole month on the front page or throughout the month, that they're giving us an unfair advantage, or the people on the front page an unfair advantage as a streamer. And a lot of people are saying, whoa, Twitch, can you calm down there? Because this is not fair. What needs to happen is, you shouldn't give this group of people, all because they're this color of their skin or this race, you shouldn't give them favoritism on the platform. It should just be equal for all partners, I mean, I see you shaking your head. That's all you can really do. That's all you can really do is just shake your head. And I mean, how do you guys feel about that? Because I know how I felt. Like I'm not usually one to argue on Twitch, but I did have to educate some people in the thread. It's just mind boggling,
Bruh, like first off, I did see some partner streamers. All right, one who was actually black and said that he doesn't see color and doesn't understand why they're doing this in the first place.
My goodness.
So that tells you kind of where things are on the platform right now. People are really this out of touch, and really, as far as like Twitch goes, the problem. But I would rather them take less time, showcasing people of color right now, and take more time clearing out the platform from people that don't need to be on it doing all kind of racist stuff. While you go into some chats and there's just a wall of try hard emails just flowing
Try
down the
hard,
chat,
yep.
they're just like, oh yeah, guys, so I'm cooking some chicken tonight. You guys know what's up? Try hard. Like, give one of those people off the platform, and I feel a lot better about what we're doing around here compared to letting kind of people exist and promote your streaming platform as being diverse. And then we got people, I'm not gonna name them, but people hopping in here calling it the Black Month and calling themselves a Februarian because
Wait, really?
they were posted here last night where people were replying on the Twitch post, and one of them was a partner streamer saying that she's like 20% black. So
I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, she's gonna be a Februarian now because gotta celebrate her blackness. Just like those kind of things. At this point, you're doing good but then at the same time it's nullified somewhat by your own partners. Like they're hopping on here and wiping out the goodwill you're building because you're not doing anything about it. So
yeah,
losing in a weird stalemate right now,
Mhm.
where we're happy that you're supporting and you're pushing out people of color, especially getting black people out here and getting them some shine on the front page, which should happen all the time anyway. And from what I've talked to some of the other people who are on front page, especially the partners, and they say they get front page time, from time to time, but it should happen more in general, for different events. So I'm hoping to see that there's more partners being held accountable for popping up, and we had the same problem at TwitchCon
Yeah.
this year,
At the
where partner
panels?
streamers and
Mhm.
other streamers are popping in. Why are we having this panel right now? You guys are social justice warriors. Twitch coming here
Yes.
for your diversity in here. What is this? Everyone's the same. They need to
Yeah.
work harder.
But the thing is also, if people actually felt everybody was the same, then they wouldn't even be in there and they wouldn't be
Yeah.
talking about it. So it's very hypocritical and ignorant for people to hop on this bandwagon saying, "Hey, well, I don't see color and everybody's the same." Then why are you in this chat on this panel dedicated for a purpose, throwing a hissy fit like you're like a little kid in Walmart kicking your legs back and forth? That's what I don't understand, And it blows our mind. And like, I want to touch back on the video. It blows our mind that this problem has been around on Twitch for years. Sexism, racism. I mean, people being ignorant and bigots running around Twitch, running a havoc in mobs, yelling at people, just being straight downright ignorant and rude. And Twitch isn't like, hey, we don't condone this. I mean, it's all good and all for Twitch to be like, hey, here's a video, we support Black History Month, but it kind of seems like they're kind of just like, oh, this is a PR thing. Like, back it up with some words.
Like you seem like in contrast, you seen like the guy, like the rules for Mixer, for example, that people have been showing off lately. Like the Mixer rules are like they're pretty straightforward. Even if you say things like cam girl, all right,
Oh, yes.
they're slimming that down.
Yep.
So it's like, and it doesn't say guidelines; it says rules.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. So there's no like wiggling out of that. These are the guidelines we want you to follow.
Yeah.
These are you're done with the platform if you don't follow these. And that's that alone gives me more confident in what they're doing over there. At this point than what Twitch is doing currently. But at the same time, we could see if something else might happen. Twitch might have some other moderation stuff they can't talk about. Everything's under NDA a lot of time with what they're doing there. But yeah, there's gotta be some more effort put into. If you can go spend like 90 mil on Overwatch League, you can spend a little cash to get some moderating going on, or at least they even moderate their own events.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen their chats. Ooh, it is the best. It is the best.
Yeah, it would seem to me that if they're not even willing to moderate their own chats, that they're kind of slow about fixing the relationship between how they act on these type of things. That relationship building and fixing these issues it's just really, really slow from what I've seen. And I don't see any reason why they should be tolerant of partners having that type of behavior. Like that should immediately disqualify you to be a partner if you can participate in those type of behaviors. So that's really confusing for me.
Yeah, imagine being a newcomer
and seeing that. Yeah,
your first week or your first day on Twitch is going to some partner stream. The chat's just flowing with tryhards.
Or I mean, even imagine being an investor, or imagine be someone who actually wants to invest in Twitch, and they're just like, "What is this?" You know what I mean? It I'm not gonna lie, and it kind of makes POCs, I'm gonna say people of color in general, everybody kind of wary, and I wouldn't say ashamed's the right word, but kind of wary of even saying anything problematic as I'm proud to be an African American on this platform. And I sense a lot of people feel that way on this platform because they don't want to get the backlash from it. That is crazy to think that you can't say, hey, I am proud to be this color or this gender or this race on this platform. And I want to celebrate it for the fact that people are going to come out of the woodworks with their pitchforks and torches and say, you're a social justice warrior. It's like, wait, what? And it kind of makes you question of what kind of culture is Twitch raising? Like, what is the culture about here?
People would rather deny their own race to try and make it seem like they're on equal footing in the Twitch world. Oh, if I don't talk about me being black, then I won't have to worry about getting a step ahead. People will actually network with me and blah blah because I'm not the black streamer. I'm just a streamer, et cetera, et cetera. The people are watching the stream to see you're black, so you can deny it all you want,
but people
at
still
the
see
end of the
it.
day,
I mean, that's if you use your webcam. Because
well, yeah, but I mean, if you, but I'm saying like if you're gonna deny, your race for the sake of supposedly getting ahead,
Getting some viewers, not making anybody mad.
Instead of questioning why that has to happen in the first place.
Yeah,
and that's the problem there. Why do you feel like you have to question or hide your own your own heritage and can't be proud of it because it's going to help you get ahead on a platform?
Yeah,
why does it help you get ahead? That's the problem.
That's like, why do you have to suppress who you are to feel like you're not going to upset the masses so you can get some views and some hosts and some subs? It's crazy people think like that. And I know some people might be saying, that's not true. I haven't seen that. I haven't talked to anybody who feels like there are people who feel like that for a reason.
There are people out there that actually stream like that. And I believe, what's his name? Lyric, when he first started streaming, he never wanted to put a camera up because he didn't want people to actually know his ethnicity.
That's scary, right?
It's very scary.
Very scary.
It's very scary because it's like, being that he is not white, he's not Asian. I'm not even gonna say what he is, but the fact that that's one of the things, because it's like you automatically, like, we as like people, we are like kind of like programmed, or we program ourselves to like certain things because of how we came up and things like that. You're constantly told like, hey, these people are black, don't trust them. These people are they all they do is like rob and steal and this, that, and the other. Like most white kids, when they're taught that, when they grow up, they tend to shelter their kids whenever someone of black or another ethnicity that they're basically were taught to like be careful around, they just keep teaching them that. And this is something that goes on. This is something that has happened in society and all this other things. What goes on in the Middle East is what goes on in North Korea. Like, they're programmed, like, once you're programmed to do something, you're going to continue to program your kids and the younger generation, and it's going to just keep going on and on and on and on. What we need to learn now as like human beings, we need to like learn to like stop looking at that, stop paying attention to that, and move on. The sooner people can like move on from actually seeing like, hey, this person, rather than seeing them as a person and a human being of this certain color, doesn't necessarily mean that they're about robbing and stealing people, robbing and killing people. If that they're Middle Eastern, they're not about having a suicide vest on or flying planes into buildings and stuff like that. These are the type of things that are seen all over. And I feel like it relates into this because it's like I could sit here and tell you, when I first started streaming and stuff like that, I used to come, like, my camera used to be on and stuff like that, and you just see the N word just flying. And it used to make you not want to stream, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm going to stream today. I could get 45 people just coming in, just spitting out that N word. But the thing is, what's funny is they'll sit there for the entire stream just saying that.
But they're watching you, which just makes
which
just blows my mind.
Key. They'll sit there and they'll watch you. But when it comes to like Twitch and having opportunities, I feel like a lot of times they tend to keep it hush hush because they have a few people that's in their pocket. I feel like over the past year, with them opening up the doors, opening up, the ability to actually do hosting and stuff like that, I'm actually happy that they did it because it's something I've been saying that they needed to do for years. Because if you notice, Swifter, who's Middle Eastern of that, like a lot of people don't seem to understand, Swifter is actually Middle Eastern. Swifter, Future Man, not even Future Man, like what's his name? Ezekiel, Man vs. Game, The Great GQ, and someone else was always like on that stage at PAX. Someone's always on that stage at like E3 and things like that. They would always have just that group.
Yeah.
And I used to sit there and say, like, yo, why aren't there any brown people on there? Like, why aren't there any other ethnicities on there? Why aren't there any females on there?
I mean, we have a diverse community. I mean, there's a lot of Latinos. I mean, a lot of Latinos on this platform. There's
Twitch
a lot
is
of
full of everything.
Everything. We're a melting pot of love of all pigments and melanin.
So I feel like types, but like talent. Like there's so much
Talent.
talent. You can pull. There's so much talent to pull from on here. You see in the video. Like
Yes.
you know,
Like I
I don't
see
know how much
here,
time they got for the video, but I'm pretty sure that like they probably told them like a week before, like you're gonna have to do this, and people just
they
came
did.
out and did it.
They actually did because I was asked to do it and I refused to do it because of my view with them right now. But
Okay. Okay.
but
All right.
when it comes to when it comes to like being diverse and stuff like that, I feel Twitch has room to grow, and
Mhm.
I feel that this is the step in the right direction, but they
Mhm.
need to do more. Like they definitely need to do more.
Do you feel that Twitch is? I obviously there's somebody up top that knows what needs to be done. Obviously there's someone up top that sees and says, "Whoa, this is an issue. This needs to be handled." But do you think people are afraid of the blowback that they might? Do you think Twitch is afraid of the blowback to crack down on the things we're requesting and the things that need to be done?
Yes. Yes.
I think so.
flat out.
I will go yes, 100%.
I feel like they could probably be afraid of it, but at the same time, when you look at what happens when people are racist, like and what happens on you see PewDiePie and you see everything else going on YouTube.
Ooh, YouTube's
All
mess.
and like the PR nightmare over there.
I'm happy that you brought that up,
Like,
though.
but did you see the
Jesus, man.
statements that they made afterwards, though? Like, clearly, I mean, if Twitch is more afraid of taking a stand on taking care of people on their platform than stopping racism on the platform, then that's a problem.
Mhm.
I mean,
And
like,
it's all a numbers thing at the end of the day. The people who basically they go to for sponsorships, for advertisements and stuff like that, it's a numbers game. Um, you brought up PewDiePie and stuff like that. What he did, like ridiculous, the fact that he would think to say something like that. But at the same time, look at how many subscribers he actually grew just by saying that.
That's scary. That is straight scary.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
look
like
at the number. Look at the number of subs he has. It didn't hurt.
Mhm.
It increased. Same with Logan Paul. Before he got kicked off of YouTube, his number increased close to like 3 million in the amount of a week. Not
Yeah.
even. It was like over 3 million that his his subscriber count on YouTube went up. So
Mhm.
you gotta understand, like, there's a lot of racist streamers on here. All right. I can name one for you right now. His name is Destiny. He goes around saying some of the most ludicrous things. And I can understand that he's basically trying to make a point, but at the same time, like, there's a better way to say some of the things that you're saying.
Mhm. Yeah, that's definitely
It-
true. I want to sorry to interrupt you. I mean, I could talk about what you're talking about all day. I could have a whole podcast. Yeah, we could talk about it all day. But I want to I want to put this back on the tracks, and I want to segue into this something that I talked about in my community. Sushi and everybody knows what I'm talking about. I sat here and I talked about this with my community, and it was very heartfelt, and they understood it. This is the reason that the reaction they got on the video. The very closed-minded, ignorant people. This is the reason why there are communities on Twitch and the stream platforms and game platform, just like the Cookout. And Denny knows exactly what I'm talking because he's a huge part of it. Thank you so much, Denny, for doing what you do. And the thing is, that is the reason why that is much needed in this day and time. And a lot of people came to my chat and they asked me, said, "Gee, why do you feel like this?" You know, because they saw that thread that you were talking about. Someone obviously came up and says, "Hey, can I be part of it? I am Caucasian." And then the whole exchange and stuff like that. Obviously, they were trying to troll. They did that for a reason. You know, they did that for a reason. But this is why there are groups like this out there. This is why they are needed. You know? And
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you feel comfortable, Denny, speaking about this, but just to clarify to everybody, because I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people kind of wondering and kind of don't have an idea what the Cookout is. Do you mind making that a little clearer to us?
Yeah, sure. So basically, Cookout was started originally around Twitch Unity time. You know, a lot of us were trying to find each other, and so we had a huge thread, you know, on Twitter, people tagging each other. Oh, there's plenty of black streamers out here. And eventually started Discord. We got together to put out a video for Twitch Unity, focusing on the black streamers here on the platform, and then from there it kind of took off. So at this point, you know, we do a lot of different stuff in the Cookout. We have a lot of things planned in the future, but it's basically a safe space for people of color. There's a lot of trauma and like a lot of things that happen on Twitch and just in general. And sometimes you need to take a step away or have somewhere to actually go and talk with other people like you. It's basically open to people of color only for that reason. But we do have a Discord, we have a Twitter community, Twitch community, and we're planning for things for Mixer and YouTube as well. So if you're a streamer of color, you can definitely hit us up, and we're open to all types of people as well. So I know a lot of times I've noticed that there are different communities, not even just in Twitch, but in general, that will focus on diversity or black or other people of color, but they kind of exclude like say disabled people or gay people aren't allowed or aren't like are frowned upon in the group. We are open to everyone. So, just because you're a certain race or a different color of your skin, we take all that into consideration. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, you can hit us up on Twitter, all that stuff. But there's a reason why we exist right now, and this
There's a
weekend
reason. Mm-hmm.
definitely proved why after seeing those kind of comments, on the thread. And imagine that's on Twitch's main video post.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
imagine the fallout for each individual streamer going on front page, or for each one announced in that option. I'm pretty sure there's probably trolls that are taking a list down with names, and they're probably going to show up in there every single one because they had that kind of time. But
and
ready.
I do have a question for somebody in chat, but also I do want to say that some people might think this is a joke, this is a game. Oh, why are these people so paranoid? It's not that big of a deal. There was a point where I'm part of the cookout and I'm proud to be part of it. There was a point in the chat where a lot of streamers that are going to be on the front page and that have been on the front page for Black History Month, they're talking between each other saying, hey, can I get some mod help? Hey, can I get some mod help? Because they know that people are going to come in there and get crazy. That blows my mind how people have to even prepare themselves. I'm talking even mentally just to go up on the front page, to be given a great opportunity to be on a great platform. You have, I can't. That just the fact that people are stressed out about a great opportunity blows my mind. And I mean that proves it right there.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to like just ignoring that question because I get so tired of seeing it.
No, you're good.
Are you talking about that Homeland Security?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that one anyway. Could you answer that, didn't you?
So I mean, the question was that someone in chat asked, why does it seem like Caucasian was the only race that was left out? I believe. Like, okay, so I find the same thing. Like, people don't understand how like white privilege works for some reason. And I understand that if you're white, it might be harder for you to understand. It's the same thing that happens when you tell white people they can't say the N word when they're rapping rap lyrics. Like, I tell someone like, look, you can't say the N word while you're rapping the rap, and they freak out. And I ask them why. Like, you tell them I can't say something. The idea of them like not being able to say one word will get them so livid and so upset that they'll lose their minds.
Yep.
Now I'm like, the idea, imagine not being able to do things all the time because of what's happening in America. So the idea of you only like you get mad about having a White History Month or not being able to say a word, you're freaking out. That's your privilege showing because you're so used to getting everything, without having to even think about it at that point. That
Very
I
true.
mean, if it's 12 months of the year where you're on front page all the time, why are you showing up for the one month other people getting showcased?
Well, to be honest with you, it's been it. All right, so this is how my stance is with that, and I kind of like feel that no matter what, it doesn't matter what ethnicity, what ethnic background you have, what race you have, you could get on front page no matter what month it is, what day it is. It doesn't matter. As long as you, like I said, know who to speak to, you can get on front page any day, anytime, whatever. If you have something going on, like if you become partner, you want to have this podcast become like something that's front page, you get to meet that right person at a particular convention like PAX West or something like that, and you will find out who it is that you need to talk to in order to get on front page. In fact, it's part of the whole partner onboarding program. So the fact that now they're taking this month to basically showcase the African Americans or just basically the ethnic side of Twitch, and people are asking, well, why aren't there any Caucasians in this video?
I can't even
it's like I sit here and it's like,
I mean, okay. So one thing I want to say is that because this is one thing that comes up all the time. Stuff is people say like stuff like, "Why do you guys want a handout?" Or "Why do you guys, well, why do we have to showcase diversity? They should just work harder." Look, all right. No one's saying that you don't have to put in the work or talent. Clearly, there were like a ton of partners in the video. They're all partners. So clearly, they put in the time and effort to get to that point, to get on
I'm a
on front
partner.
page. Or
I'm not.
well, I'm saying that like as far as
No,
the options go, you
no,
can
I know, but the point I'm trying to make is like that there are a ton of partners of all different races and colors and whatever. Like it all just depends on what it is you do. It's all about the content you create.
Yeah, content is still important. So at the end of the day, that's still going to be the importance there. But people are upset that for some reason we get some time on front page, and they act like it's the only thing on front page. There's seven different channels on front page at the same time.
Probably 10 even.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few.
Eight things on front page. There's 8 slides on front page. You can look at any one of those. There's the partner spotlight, Overwatch, which is going to be on front page until Sunday. League of Legends, which is going to be on there till the end of the day, and then there's like a bunch of others. There's so many other things that you guys could see.
Mhm.
Take your pick.
And I do want to point out, because I feel like I had this conversation with somebody on Twitter about Black History Month and Twitch and the whole collab. There are multiple months. You got May, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. You got the Talent Heritage Month. There are quite a few months out there that are celebrated in days that celebrate other ethnicities. Just little education goes a long way. And I saw a lot of people, I think a lot of people threw a fit about it because they weren't educated in the fact that there are other days out there. And Black History Month is not the only month in the whole year that celebrates one race.
But when's Caucasian Appreciation Month?
Good luck with Caucasian Appreciation Month when there's Irish American, Italian American, every type of. Okay, so we're gonna start breaking it down by each individual one, on during the month, or where do you stop there exactly?
Like that's exactly my point. It's like I think growing up, like I said, February was the one month I got to learn about the different African Americans or different Africans who made a change in the world to like inventing the street light and things like that. Like different people in the world that basically created things that made a difference, that created change in the world. Like this is the one month I got to learn about that. Guess what I learned every other month? George Washington this, Abraham Lincoln this, General Lee this, and it's like you just learn about all these different white people throughout the years. Napoleon this. And it's like you can't sit here and say that it's unfair to have one month to learn about, for Black History Month. It's just stupid. Like I'm losing my mind just thinking about how some people can actually think that.
And the thing is, and the thing is also what I want to get back on on what we were talking about is it's good Twitch is doing this. Some people might argue this is not Twitch's job. I will play devil's advocate and I'll be like, yes, this is not Twitch's job, but I think it's great they're doing this. I feel like it's up to the educators and parents and people, figures in the world to educate themselves and others about this, and the whole problem would be fixed. But let's push this energy into DBZ. That's what we're going to talk about, amongst other things. Yes, Dre's very happy about it.
Before we move on, G.
Yeah.
Yes. Ignorance is everywhere. Everybody needs to remember that. There's no way to avoid people trolling. And, I just wish that we would maybe not respond to the negativity as much as we tend to do.
I agree.
And try to understand that, we have to sympathize with these people. I assume that they're hurt people. They want to do hurtful things, and I just empathize with them in some cases because they're just miseducated about certain things that people of color go through. So I just want to leave that ignorance is everywhere, and I would like for us to just not respond negatively all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good right there. That's very true.
Yeah. All right. So my motto was always, just greet them with a smile. Just hit them with a smile, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's honest.
I ain't got time for smiling.
Diddy's like, I'm just gonna mute and block. Hey, I got muted and blocked a couple times trying to talk about Black History Month on Twitter to some people who try to come on the thread and get all crazy. But let's move into Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because I keep saying the other way.
Just fighters.
Luckily, I have three amazing cast and content creators here that, I mean, they play this game. They're they're well versed into it. This is a game made by Arc System Works. They're using the Unreal Engine. It's published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, and as of right now, it is available on Xbox, PS4, and they're working on porting it to PC. Correct?
No, it is on PC.
It is on PC, but it hasn't come out yet.
PC. No, it's out.
It is out.
Came out the
I
same
didn't.
day, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it came out the same day. Okay, I must be about something else.
It's not like Capcom.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna show a video, but a little summary of it is, I mean, Dragon Ball Fighter Z is born from what makes Dragon Ball series so loved and famous: endless, spectacular fights with its all-powerful fighters. Partnering with Arc System Works, Dragon Ball Fighter Z maximizes high-end anime graphics and brings easy to learn but difficult to master fighting gameplay to the audience worldwide. And I will attest to that. One thing I noticed about this game is getting into it is not hard. The combo system is pretty simple. You got 2 buttons or 3 buttons to deal with, but to master it, I've been seeing some crazy streams, some crazy highlights and stuff like that. They have some really cool features I do want to touch on, but I want to show a quick video to everybody watching what this is, what we're talking about, so I kind of have a little visual. The video is right there. We're gonna run the trailer, and let me know when you guys are ready. We'll count down, get this thing going.
I know that trailer by heart.
I'm actually gonna pick up this game. I'm not really into fighting games, but I told myself 2018 is the year I get into fighting games, and this is the game that caught
If
my
you're
eye.
not, this is a great intro.
Oh yes, I can't wait.
It's a
I
great
can't wait.
game to intro with.
All right,
I'm ready.
All right, everybody good? All right, 3, 2, 1, vámonos. It just gets you hyped. It's so beautiful.
The music is lit in this game.
Yeah, it is.
Fantastic.
I love that it's all original.
Yeah, compared to other Dragon Ball games.
Yeah, it's not from the series.
It's a step up for sure. I'm getting hype right now.
I want to play it right now.
Play.
I think I'm gonna go buy it today. Not gonna lie. But
now
I'm gonna get it right now. Some of the cool features is they do have a 3-on-3 tag team. You can build your own dream team and sharpen your skills to master high-speed tag combinations, which is actually really cool. I did watch that go down. They got really online features, ranked matches, interactive lobby, crazy 6-player party match. They got an exclusive story mode too. Discover a new never seen before scenario featuring Android 21, a brand new character whose creation was supervised by Akira Toriyama himself. So they got a really cool and unique there going down there. But I know you guys are hyped about this. How do you like the game? What are the good and bad of the game? Come on, give me some of that.
The good is that it's Dragon Ball. The bad is that you can't have custom matches because there's something wrong within their setup where some people have to change their names, some people have to reset their consoles, some people are too high a rank to play friendly matches. It's just so many things wrong, but it's Dragon Ball, so it's like it balances.
Yeah, I think those are two probably top points, and networking is probably even higher because you can't even participate if the networking stuff is not right.
Yeah, that was a problem in the beta, right?
That was a problem in the beta, and it's rearing its ugly head right now.
Mhm.
I mean, I love the fact that I just so happen to get to stream the first tournament of it, but hey.
But yeah, I'd say like Dragon Ball Fighter Z is it's a fantastic game right now, just because it's one of those rare games where it's not too hard to break into as a beginner.
Mhm.
You've got a pretty awesome cast, but they're also all viable right now. Like, there's not like, oh, so and so is super OP, overpowered. You can pretty much play it for a lot of the different cast members, and it has a pretty in-depth story mode day one. I will say the tutorial was pretty lacking. I found that when I was using my fight stick and switched my button for my fight stick, the tutorial mode actually does not switch any of the buttons.
Yeah, so you had to try to
So you
correspond.
have to pretty much work with whatever they didn't put that kind of time into the tutorial to at least have that work out on its own. It's a little bit disappointing there.
Yeah.
But as far as the gameplay goes, some people might know I had like a 12-hour stream just playing DBZ for 12 hours straight, and it flew by. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely worth your time.
I normally don't like doing this, but can you stop this video from playing?
Why?
Because this is my video that's on somebody else's YouTube.
You don't want this playing in the background?
This is somebody else's video. This is somebody else's YouTube channel showing my content from Evo.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I know this because this is the demo that always plays. And I remember streaming this on my channel and to my YouTube that someone basically recorded and uploaded.
This is from Bandai themselves, man.
Is it?
Namco. Yeah, this is Bandai Namco
That
Entertainment,
actual
bro.
videos from
This actual videos. I made sure I got it off their thing, man. Make sure I didn't grab any other. I don't think this is
that's from Evo. I know that's from Evo because of the first match.
All right. So since it's from Namco, do you mind if I throw it back up there?
No, go ahead, throw it back.
Okay. All right. Cool.
If it's on Bandai's, if it's from Bandai's channel, do it.
All right, cool. I definitely understand what you're saying, but yeah, I definitely made sure to grab it from their the main source, the main water well.
Yeah, so that means they did keep it good. I'm glad they kept it.
I would say from my perspective, everybody knows I'm a huge anime fan. So when I saw this coming out, I was like, man, I can't wait to play it. Now I will admit to the world that I am not a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I don't really follow the anime. I know, hate me now, but I saw this game coming out and I did watch it. I really didn't delve into it, the whole deving and them making the game and the process. But I saw the finished product. I played the beta. And I loved it. I love it for the fact that, like Denny said, and everybody said, that it's easy to jump into. The tutorial's okay, explains the basics, and then you go from there. You master it. You go at your own pace. I will say, when I did play the beta, I got manhandled. Because I was in the tutorial and I was like, oh, this is easy. Oh, I got this. Okay. I jumped to a game and I just got manhandled. So I told myself when I jumped in the game, I was like, just stay calm. Remember your combos. You'll be good. When I jumped in, bro, the button mashing began. But just like that, bro. But I'm gonna get this game. I'm definitely gonna get this game. I can't wait to pick it up and play some people. It'd be really cool to see the Cookout have some tournaments going on. I know Fight Club, you guys have some stuff going on with this too, so that's something to look forward to.
I think that's what makes the game so phenomenal, man, is that you don't have to be a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. You don't have to be a huge fighting game community admirer or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can just aesthetically see the game and realize how beautiful it's beautifully made it is, and the depth of the characters and all the content. I mean, Denny said he didn't enjoy the story, or it might have been lacking some, but for most people just getting into it, it does give you quite a bit of background into each character, and kind of puts you in a position to appreciate the content. So I know that's kind of my perspective, kind of being where you are, Glitch, not following the series as much. But today, I can't get off of the game at any point and not want to continue to play it.
Yeah.
I'm always wanting to invest.
I said the tutorial. The story mode is fine.
Oh, my
the tutorial mode is kind of like, no. Tutorial mode is like, no, because the fact that the tutorial mode is throughout the story mode, it is like, come on, like, get out of here. But I'm gonna let Denny finish his statement.
Oh well, I mean, like the game itself, I think a lot of people are impressed. But if you haven't seen Guilty Gear or some of the other options that Arc System works on, they're known the fighting game community pretty heavily. But Guilty Gear was a gorgeous game for its animation style, and so when it transferred over to the DBZ, it's like you're pretty much watching the show, you know. And even though I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super or even newer Dragon Ball since I was in high school, but it doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just a lot of fun, regardless of.
Mhm.
And the hype moments are just hype, just playing the game. It's almost cinematic, just from playing through a regular match. You're gonna go through different stages and crash through mountains and explosions.
It feels like watching like a DBZ episode on TV.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
that's
gorgeous.
exactly it.
It's
And I
cool.
think that's what is causing people to gravitate to this game is because of the simple fact that it's something that's known. It's kind of the reason why games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice sell so well is because it's characters that you can gravitate to because
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat had a movie, it wasn't successful, but it had a movie that people knew about and, one or two of us have seen it. Like one out of like every four people have seen one of the Mortal Kombat movies because it was based off of the game. So people will gravitate to Dragon Ball Z just because of the simple fact that it is from an anime and it's just something that everyone can just pick up and just play.
I think being a 2D fighter is definitely like something interesting to you because you have stuff like Xenoverse and then of course like all the old Budokai games,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of a 3D realm in a lot of fighter games like Dragon Ball games, like because people want to be able to fly and all that
Yeah.
other stuff. So like having it be a 2D game and then having it be a team based game, and it's definitely in comparison to like Marvel right now, it gives you like kind of a contrast there. If you weren't necessarily into Marvel as heavy, you have another team game to kind of get into. So that's another big factor.
Yeah.
And just like the crossover appeal is real. We were talking about earlier, like the PC dropping. Apparently, there were some huge sales on PC for
Yes,
this
there
game.
was.
More than I expected for sure. Even the being Dragon Ball, the PC sales were probably like the largest I think I've seen on any fighting game.
Because you would expect them to be greater on console, right? I mean, I would
Oh, they
think
were good
so.
on console too.
Well, more people will buy it on console because of the simple fact that, tournament standard is going to be PS4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
more people will buy it on PS4, but the fact that we were seeing sales on PC for such the price, it was just like, wow, really?
I think they had like 40,000 like concurrent players at one point or something crazy like that.
Oof.
Like,
Yes.
Nice.
Ton.
on PC.
Outnumbering Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which came out like less than 6 months ago.
Yeah, like it was insane. Like they're like especially for PC games, because especially people know that you don't know what kind of support you're gonna get for a PC game, at least for a fighting game. Some games like NetherRealms, some of their stuff they had DLC releasing months after it did on console, so you didn't have the same options for playing or matchups on PC. So why even do it? So it's always kind of sketchy, when it comes to PC ports. Street Fighter, it's cross-platform, so they have PS4 and PC. But this game just being a straight up PC game on Steam, pushing like almost 50,000, concurrent is crazy. Like it's huge for fighting.
One of the things I was struggling with is why are they calling it high end anime? I mean, maybe that's an ignorant question, but it's called
High-end anime?
Is there low end anime?
I haven't heard.
High-end anime.
I think when they call it high end anime, I think they're talking about like the anime fighting game style. So the reason why I feel like they call it high end anime is because it actually is connected to an actual anime
Ooh.
out there.
I'm thinking maybe they're talking about.
Games like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Arcana Heart. What else is there?
Undeniable Birth.
Yeah, Under Night, Melty Blood. Those games are considered in the anime realm. But they're kind of like just anime. This is considered high end anime because of the simple fact that there's an actual cartoon linked with it. There's an actual anime
Oh, I see.
linked to it.
Okay. Hey, I was like luxurious anime.
High-end anime.
I mean, that license does cost a lot of money because, like, let's be real. Being that I work very closely with Namco Bandai and stuff like that, it wasn't easy to get this game to different events. Because I remember I did Evo. Like, I streamed for Bandai Namco. Like, I stream for Bandai Namco all the time. Bandai hired me to do Evo, and then they hired me to do SDCC. I didn't know what was going on at SDCC, so I automatically assumed it would be Dragon Ball. Boy, was I surprised when it was Tekken. Boy, was I surprised. Like, they basically were like, yeah, we didn't get permission to actually have Dragon Ball there. Like, there were no stations there.
They're like, my bad.
Mind you, we were at Evo the week before doing all Dragon Ball Z, but then couldn't get the clearance to do it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a couple questions for you guys. All right. So what do you, I know we love this game. I mean, this game has got accolades and all the praise from the world boys showering down upon his head. I got a question. What do you guys dislike about, I was going to say hate, but hate's a strong word. What do you guys dislike about this game other than the whole lobby connection issue? What would you change? What would you change?
Goes, I mean, well, right now, like to make the game more accessible to new players or casual players, they have the auto combo system, which literally just lets you mash, either mash either X or square for full out combos. They have and some of that stuff can get a bit annoying because people, I imagine I'm picturing like a 12-year-old just like mashing on the X button.
He's like, I'm gonna get this.
So for people that don't know how to punish that kind of thing, because they're also new players, it can be somewhat frustrating because you're just pretty much seeing you mash fastest, at times. Of course, there's ways to punish that in the game.
Yeah.
It's not broken as far as that goes. But I can imagine that if I were a new player or someone who's new to fighting games, and someone else is just mashing out X against me over and over again, eventually they can get kind of rough unless you can learn those defensive options to
I feel a little bad because I was one of those players. You see it talking
It's
about
okay.
like, damn. No, because
Listen,
I'm
it's
new.
okay.
I was new,
It's
but
okay.
I mean,
Like, in all honesty, it's okay. Like, I feel like it's perfectly okay. Like, if you're one of those players that's sitting there just mashing the square or mashing triangle just to get the auto combo out, hey, guess what? You're learning the game, but then someone's gonna actually teach you.
in
why.
punishment, they're gonna teach me a lesson.
Yeah, they're gonna punish you. Why? And that's gonna teach you. Okay, I need to step my game up a little bit. And I'm perfectly. I'm 100% for that person that's like, you know what? I'm just gonna come in there. I'm just gonna hit square, square, square.
Bro,
square,
I would
square,
do
square.
it. Whew,
And
I gave it to him.
I'm all for that because you know what? There's gonna be that one player that's like, okay,
I
let
see
me
what you're
launch
doing.
this right quick. Let me just launch this right quick and teach you how to do a 22 hit combo just off of that.
And then I would have been like, oh, connection issue. My PS4 is unplugged. My bad. Have a
So
great day.
You're gonna pull the wolf chrome?
I'm just going to pull the Ethernet cord out the back. I'm like, damn, it disconnected.
Like Glitch confirming rage quitting on
I'm just saying, I'm not going to, no, I'm joking. But no,
In
I'm
all
in.
honesty, when it comes down to that mechanic that you're talking about, Danny, it's actually in a lot of games. Like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has that same mechanic.
Yeah,
I believe Guilty Gear Zerd, the first Zerd, had it. And it went all the way into Revelator 2 that it's available. Like that mechanic is there. So you could definitely do auto combos. And remember, it's based off of the Guilty Gear engine.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I had a problem with that in those games too. So it's the same. It's consistently still a thing in all the other games.
But
I'm saying that for some people, it is going to be somewhat off-putting because they feel like because we say you have like cross-up situations or situations where you're trying to hit combos, people just mashing out the jab button on you over and over again. It's the same situation. I mean, eventually you get better.
You just have to get better.
Yeah,
Now,
at this point, though, if you are, the great thing about it is once you're ready to no longer do these auto combos, there's a whole ton of tech behind the game that's
Yeah.
like ready and there for you to start on your road to mastering, more effective combos and doing more damage and things like that, and hopefully eventually, doing well in ranked matches and stuff. So, that particular layer is already there.
One thing I will say is that, like, as far as auto combos go, one thing that is causing is actually ways to break the game. Like I was watching Maximilian talk about it a little bit, but basically the auto combo is letting people get higher. Like, say if you have a combination combo where you're launching someone higher in the air, you can actually use the auto combo to travel closer to your opponent to be able to do things you couldn't normally do. Because the auto combo has to hit every time consistently. So even if you're further away from your opponent at the time, it will launch you closer to them
to get that combo off.
Yeah,
Whereas you might not be able to do that without the auto combo. Like
so things break because people will hit the highest point of a combo, and then they'll be able to hit things they normally couldn't hit because they're so high in the air. So it'll be different tech around that eventually.
Do you think that's something they'll fix, something they'll patch, something they'll nerf, or do you think they'll just leave it as it is?
I think they'll leave it.
They're gonna probably leave it because it ends up adding more creativity in the long run. Because there's things that they didn't design to actually have work that way. That's happening. But as long as it's not breaking the game itself, as far as like being overpowered, I don't see them actually doing much about that.
And I will say the reason the whole auto combo thing is, I mean, I think it's cool for entry level players, like we said. It gives you that, oh, I can actually do this, versus this game here called Injustice 2, because I know a lot of people play. I borrowed this game and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get some fighting games. I'm playing Injustice 2. This game has so many combos you got to memorize. I was like, I'm good. I'm going back to Call of Duty. But I would say, it's a fresh take on fighting games, because games like these, I mean, I watch the Fight Club you guys get down with, and I love it, but I could never compete because I would get mollywopped all across the floor. But games like this actually gives me a fighting hope of, you know, a fighting chance of saying, hey, I can actually play this and enjoy it, rather than being frustrated and putting down my controller like 30 minutes later. So that, I mean, that's where I stand with this game. That's where I stand with it. There, and I think with this game, I mean, there's already a plethora. I mean, One Piece is coming out with a fighting game. You got My Hero Academia is coming out with a fighting game. You got quite a few games, but they're coming out with the whole 3D style we were talking about. I personally don't like those games with the whole 3D thing. I like the 2D for sure. This is a lot better for me.
I mean, Arc System gives them a lot of street cred right now. You know, like as far as the fighting game community goes, because we've seen stuff like Xenoverse and stuff like that. But as far as like fighting games go, having like Arc System, who, you know, have done Guilty Gear and other games that are really well loved, and they have complex systems and things like that, that gives them a lot of credit as far as the FGC goes, as far as pushing the game. People like Dragon Ball in general, but it gave them a lot more, I guess, clout, you could say, before it even came out. Because people respected that they actually put some time into balancing the game out and making it fun. So that alone has the community behind it. And you have casual players who are willing to keep playing because they can auto combo. So they won't quit the game in 2 weeks. Like you know, a lot of other games, like Injustice, for example, you get shot at by Deadshot, you know, 20 times and then you're out. Like yeah, like you know,
then the meter burn.
Yeah, you get shot so many times and then they're like, they rage quit. Just, I'm done.
Yes, like I'll be one to attest to that. Like, I think once you figure out like a certain gimmick, like in Injustice, I know I made a lot of people rage quit just because of that Deadshot stuff, and because it gets annoying.
Yeah,
it gets annoying because like you could sit there and you could just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. Basically, you're just zoning someone out.
it's like
I
camping
feel
in COD, but you're doing it in a
yeah,
fighting game.
yeah. So like, but when it comes to like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, it's like okay, you can mix it up. I feel the same thing goes with like a lot of other games, but like Dragon Ball Z, they did the right thing. You know, they followed the same gimmick of Guilty Gear. A lot of the moves are borrowed from Guilty Gear as well as Street Fighter 4, because Yamcha has the same DP as Yun and the same dive kick as Yun. It's exactly the same animation. It's amazing. But the game is deep. I love it. I can't wait to see more of it. Hopefully there's a league for it.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And we could go from there, because yeah, I can't talk on leagues yet.
Yeah. I do want to touch on something that Trippin' Crutch said in chat. Thank you for this, man. He says, but speaking for myself as a physically disabled gamer with spastic hand movements, I welcome any features that make a game more accessible. And I will agree on that. That is a huge pro right there. That is a great point, which I feel like a lot of people didn't think about. Thank you for bringing that up, man. So it does help. It does help. So I think they should definitely keep that around. Now, let me ask you as a question. I'm pretty sure everybody here has their favorite top 3 characters or, you know, fighters to fight with. I'm going to start with Bites and then go Denny and then Dre. What are your top 3? Your ultimate team to go into combat with?
Yeah, man, that's a tough one because the game is still new. I'm still learning about the games and I'm learning, you know, more about the fighters and stuff like that. But here's how I'll put it. I take the least amount of L's when I play with Vegeta, Gotenks, and Cell.
In that order?
In that order.
All right.
I like using Gotenks as a mid, just for his uppercut or, you know, things like that. I like more of the ground game type of play with your alts versus the air game play, because I typically I get confused when my characters are kind of zooming around a whole lot in very heated battles. So, but I'm assuming that's just because I'm new. Now, you ask me this question another month or 2 from now, it'll probably be different.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Denny, I know you got some up your sleeve.
Well, yeah. I mean, as far as like teams go, I've been running 2 different teams just to try out 2 different strategies, because when it comes to certain games, like having like a solid like team you feel confident in for different situations is always good. So for me, right now, I'm all about the hype with Android 16. All right, I want to slam dunk people. I want those command throws. I call them Space Jam because we just throw people off the screen.
Man,
I'll put him on the team. I'll put Yamcha in there because Wolfang Fist. And sometimes I'll switch it to
Dive
Cell.
kick.
Yeah, dive kick is good too. A lot of creative options for mix ups. But right now, my anchor, my best character is Frieza because that's my comeback character. I can hit the most confirms. He has so much solid movement on the ground, good zoning options. You can punish players who are mashing out a combo really easily with Frieza in this game because he has a really solid. All the characters have a launcher, and one of his launcher options is kind of far away from his body. So when a character try to dash into you or backdash away from you, they get caught. So it's a really good punish. Right now, that's probably my favorite team because I like to get hype. Plus, Andrew 16 has that he has a move that can actually self-destruct himself and wipe a player off the screen.
No matter how much the health is.
Yeah, they can have full health,
You
and
gotta
it
have
will.
7 meter for that though, right?
Yeah, you have to hit meter for
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah, you have to have 5 meters for it. But no matter what,
So say if you're like the last character out and you're low on health, but a character you're playing against has full health, you can KO them with that move, and take the game.
at the top of the start of the round.
They might fix that though.
I don't think they'll fix it.
No.
It's actually something from the anime, so I don't think they'll fix that.
What about you, Dre, man?
Majin Buu, Cell, Vegeta. I love Majin Buu. A lot of people are liking Kid Buu. I need to mess around with Kid Buu a little bit, but I like Majin Buu because of the simple fact that he has a lot of moves that a lot of people don't really utilize and things like that. Cell and Vegeta kind of work very well together because you can actually continue combos with Vegeta's assists. So a lot of the auto combos, you can actually continue them with Vegeta as an assist because Vegeta has the down Kai Blast. He has he jumps in the air, he just throws Kai Blast down. It actually catches you on your way down, and it can actually continue the combo and reset you without resetting the combo clock. So I actually like that. But Android Team he's like the top. He should be the first start. He should be your first start. If you want to use Android 16, he should be the first.
Your first string player, put him in there. Put him in coach.
You put him in first. Coach, put me in.
Put me in. It's gonna be a breeze.
He's LeBron James in that. He just
okay.
I'm telling you, man, the dunks are right.
Yo,
dude, I had a bad experience with one of those guys. Somebody just kept dunking me over and over and over, and I was like, I hate this character.
Yeah, Goku Black is a secret character, and Hit is another good character that a lot of people aren't really using, but Hit is very, very good.
It's really good and fast. He's hard to catch if you know what you're doing, for sure. One thing I like about Gotenks too that people aren't talking about is his galactic donut or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's an ability to kind of pause players where they are. It's good for controlling the map and things like that. So I think that's going to be a big deal later on too.
Yeah, spacing is really important in pretty much every fighter, but it's definitely a big thing to pay attention to in a game like this. So neutral, getting that hit. That's one thing I want to push as well. A lot of people will watch combo videos and those kind of things. Watch the videos that show you kind of how to get the hit in the first place. How to get when you're in mid screen and you're looking for that hit, how to follow up and those kind of things. That's really more what you're doing in a game. You can practice combos in the training room, but the hardest part for new fighters is trying to really understand how to actually hit someone or get that hit off someone. You know what I'm saying? So
and punish too, Denny.
Yeah, punishing as well. Just things that are situations you have all the time, but you aren't putting yourself in a situation in training room. So give yourself the opportunity. You can set up your training room options. So say if you have Goku doing a DP motion, he's doing an uppercut, you can have that set up in training room and then punish that with combos and practice actually doing it on reaction enough times that when you see it in game, it's natural for you instead of panicking when you have the opportunity to hit someone.
Yeah.
So,
I got a question. Have you guys had a chance to play the 6-party, the 3v3, where everybody controls a character? There's that game mode, correct?
Yeah,
That
we
is a
haven't had
game
the time
mode.
to play it yet because the lobbies are. That's another thing. Like we taking it
Yeah,
right up
lobbies
earlier.
don't work.
That's the biggest problem with the game right now is that the lobby system is broken. So say if you wanted to play with me right now in the
Yeah.
game, we can't because it breaks.
So you can't. I
So-
pretty much can't play. Okay, I see what you're saying. So yeah, I noticed. Okay, so you pretty much play against randoms, but you can't play against your friends.
There's like ranked match and casual match and those kind of things, and we get lucky every once in a while. We can get one of us in and play against each other,
Mhm.
and that's one of the things that can really halt a game's
Oh yeah.
progress
Yep.
over
That
many
uphill
weeks
climb.
is that not being able to consistently play with your friends, and plus like the lobby system as a whole was one of those things that I'm like, even if you get a lobby working consistently or you get someone in the lobby, you can't invite your friends from PSN in the lobby.
Exactly. That's my biggest pet peeve.
I don't know
Say that
who
again,
like
Denny. You can't do what?
like the design. I don't understand who designed the option for the UI, but you can't invite other players to the lobby from PSN. You have
Yeah,
to
you
actually
can't.
they have to show up in the same server you're in, and then find your avatar in the server, and then join the lobby from that.
God, I'm having flashbacks from Monster World Hunter because that is pretty much how
That's
that
basically
system
it.
works.
It's crazy to me. Like,
But
I was
why?
like,
Why
who
would
thought
they
this was a
make it
good
like
idea?
that? Yeah, why would they make it like that? I mean, the reason people are getting this game to play against each other, tournaments. Why would they make it like that? I don't know.
But they're hoping to fix the lobby soon. Like I know that Namco had tweeted out they're working on it, but even if they get the lobbies fixed, there's still no invite options. So people have to literally there's literally like 10 different servers and then 30 rooms per server. You have to find the exact same room someone's in and then find their like Goku avatar and stand over it to
Is
be
this
able
you?
to
Is this
join
you?
the room.
Is this you?
Is
Yeah.
this you? Is this you?
Is this
And
you?
then you have
Hey?
to know either their Dragon Ball Fighter's name or their PSN name because you could switch the display names.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So
Now,
I always tell people like just look for it under the PSN name.
yeah. Now, this is good. This is a good question. Out of the three of you guys, who do you think would win skill wise in a tournament? Via the three of you guys.
Like,
I mean, don't be ashamed to say it. You know, if you would have claimed number one, claim number one. Who do you think will win
This moment right now, today, right?
at this very moment, right now in history? Who do you think will win? Come on, Diddy. Come on,
Everybody in the
man.
hands. I'm saying.
I like my odds right now. I like my odds right now. All right, because I got the scoops. All right.
Okay.
Android 16 out here with the scoops, and then Frieza's just clutch. So even if I lose a character, I already know it's a wrap. The rest
All
of the
right.
squad.
I've known how to handle Frieza since like Evo. So
Dang.
I pretty much know all the gimmicks of
See,
Frieza
the
because
beefy shouldn't count because he had early access. he got the behind the scenes knowledge over here.
yeah, you can't like have me in this because I've been able to play the game whenever I felt like.
Now, okay, I got.
Putting up Evo with like E3 over here.
Glitch's way of going about things and nobody wins and just rage quit mid match.
It was one time. It was one time. Okay, my hand slipped.
I win.
His hand slipped.
I
yeah.
win.
I win. I always win.
Self-destructed. That's all. It's his
Okay.
final special move.
Now, when could we look forward to seeing an all access pay per view match against with you guys? When could we? I'm pretty sure everybody in chat wants to see this.
I'm down. I mean,
Okay.
The same day Namco fixes it.
Okay.
For real.
What system are you rocking with, Diddy, right now?
I'm on PS4.
Okay, and then
That's tournament standard. So.
Bytes, you have Xbox, you're getting PC.
Xbox PC.
And then Dre, what are you rocking with?
PS4. I have PS4 and PC copies, but yeah, I mainly play on PS4.
Will they make it cross platform?
No.
No.
Dang. Okay.
Same thing I say, but I understand why they won't make it cross platform.
I mean, like I have to give Street Fighter some credit because ever since Street Fighter's happened, even though it had so many problems on day one, it definitely it's changed a lot of things as far as what people expect from fighting games at some certain times. Because for me, being able to play cross platform has been huge for that game.
Mhm.
Like I have so many friends that play on PC and so many friends that play on PS4. And being able to play together in the same lobby, to be honest, has probably kept that game, at a higher level than it probably would be otherwise. Because
Yes.
I wish that more fighting games would do that because it both keeps you having people to play at all times of night, all times of day. If you have both,
Yeah, it
audiences
keeps
to play from,
keeps the population up.
then you don't have to worry about there being, you can still have that same player base, but you don't have to worry about there being differences there. It's really well done as far So I'm hoping that more
Yeah.
fighters in the future will actually go that route.
Mhm.
It's like Killer Instinct did some of that with Windows 10. It's cross-platform with Windows 10 and Xbox One. So it wasn't the first to do it, but it is up there too.
Okay, so it made a good point because I was sitting here thinking like, man, we need cross-platform, which would be a huge pro, would be amazing. Infamous point out in chat says because there's a SFVAE, there's issues with different types of lag. So between computer and console, there would be, I guess response rate that could be an issue.
I mean, like that's more of like people playing on Wi-Fi. And it being even worse because they're playing on Wi-Fi between PC and PS4.
That is true.
I mean, I play on Wi-Fi.
Obviously, you're not. So we're talking about Tyler in his basement. All right, and he's up at midnight because his mom told him to go to sleep, but he's still playing.
But he's
I'm
still
doing what, Mom?
playing, and his router's up on like the 3rd floor, and he's down 3 levels below, and it's all these lead paint.
No way. Well, the great thing
Yeah,
too.
no, trust me. That's one of the biggest issues when it comes to like fighting games is that a lot of players tend to play off of Wi-Fi. So there is a bit of time. Like you could have like the best connection at the time you start the match, but through the match, you have these moments where there's rollback, and it's just horrible to deal with because both people are like getting hit at the same time, and sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's in his favor, her favor.
If you're playing fighting games on like Home Depot Wi-Fi and in the break room, please like go get an Ethernet connection. Go get an Ethernet cord.
Just plug it in. Just plug it in, please.
Plug it in. And make it easier for everyone.
They try to mitigate that by allowing you to choose what type of connection quality you want to play against. But I'm fine.
Yeah, but like I said, all you need is that 3 seconds of actually having that type of connection, and you will be matched up with that person.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm saying it doesn't really work. So
Okay. All right. So let me ask you guys a final question. This is my final question. I'm not going to try to incite any more fights or any riots. I'm done with that. What would you guys rate this game? Honest rating. X out the hype. Push that out of the way. I know it's a brand new game. What would you rate it? What would you rate this game out of 10?
Out of 10. I'd say like see, I haven't played the story yet, so I can't really rate that portion. But I say as far as like the game itself, I could have saw like 8.5, pretty good.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, 8.5 is pretty open there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like directly compared to Injustice 2. Right now, it was kind of like what I'm seeing as far as standard goes because Injustice 2 had like the lobbies are working day one.
Yeah,
it has one of the best tutorials out there right now. Production quality, and diversity of character, all that stuff, and the story mode, like all that was phenomenal.
Mhm.
So I compare that to this game, and most of those are still checked, except for the tutorial motion and the lobbies right now for the most part. But the fun factor is there. Game looks gorgeous. I haven't played story, but I heard it's pretty lengthy. So
Very lengthy.
Okay.
I'd say it's pretty solid.
All right. What about you, Bites, man? What would you rate it?
No, I'm right there with Denny. I would say 8.5 to 9 or 8 to 9, somewhere around there. I mean, I'm looking at just being a new player to the Dragon Ball series. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the community too.
Mhm.
They've got a great Discord community. They've got a great Reddit community. They've got a lot of people involved in the game. That's giving it a lot of value, and just the quality of the content has been excellent for me. So.
All right. And Dre, final thoughts.
I have to give it a 9.5 based off of just the simple fact that one, all around it's a great game. It embodies a Dragon Ball like
Franchise?
franchise very well.
Mhm.
It also caused a lot of players to cross over from the
Yes.
Xenoverse world
Mhm.
into an actual fighting game. A lot of them basically, when they first started seeing the gameplay, they shunned it. They basically said, "No, this is not for me. This is not for me." But I'm seeing a lot of Xenoverse players actually do well in this game and transfer over, which means more players within the fighting game community that will probably branch out to play other fighting games. So I see this as someone who is pretty much a member of the FGC and is someone that is somewhat looked up to in the fighting game community, as much as I hate saying that. But I see this as a gateway for other players to start coming in and to actually start experiencing other another genre outside of just the Xenoverse genre, which is basically, I feel like, a button mashing fighting game, kind of like the Naruto Shippuden games.
What? Whoa,
Like not
whoa,
the GameCube
whoa.
one. Wait, not the GameCube ones. I'm talking about the PS4 ones.
Whoa! I'm one sitting right in front of me. Ninja Storm sitting
Yeah.
right in front of me, and I have a blast. Okay.
The Ninja Storm, but remember, you're the type that square.
Okay. Now I feel like you don't gotta you gotta show everybody what I'm doing. You don't gotta do that. You don't. Oh my, get out of here. But let me touch off chat. Let me touch off chat real quick. Ideal chat says he said he would rate it a 7 out of 10. There are better fighting games in his opinion. We got Infamous coming in and says if they fix the lobby issues, it could be a 9. But if the lobby issues continue, it will drop quickly to a 0. You didn't I put 0 in there. But okay,
yeah,
okay.
A fighting game like that, you have to keep in mind what the game is trying to accomplish. So the game accomplished what it wants to do as far as like being in the game. You know what I'm saying?
It captivated.
It
captivated a lot of people.
It captures Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It captures Dragon Ball Z. It's a team-based game. You can play all the characters and they're all viable, which is always a big thing. Balance is always important. It's got a story mode. You've got the options for complexity of all the team-based stuff. It accomplishes those things. So it's not like if it was, say, Frieza, somebody else was broken and was destroying the rest of the cast, then that would be more of a consideration. But since people can hop on and play, it's accessible. I gotta say it's earned at least an 8.5.
Okay.
It might go higher if the lobby thing gets fixed.
If they fix it, yeah. Okay. And this is my last question, I promise. For anybody wondering, and I'm wondering myself as a new player coming to the franchise, coming to this community, they're pretty welcoming from what Dre said and from what I've heard. They're welcoming. Obviously, I saw on Twitter some people not being so welcoming, and because how people are, they're like, "Hey, this is my community. This is my turf. Don't come in here like a little chihuahua." But for the most part, everybody's welcoming. So I guess that's something to look forward to. If you're thinking about buying this game, definitely do pick it up so I can mash X and every other button I can do so I can hopefully get a win.
And then rage quit when you.
So So that is a must. That is a must right there. But let's move on real quick. I mean, we're making some pretty good time. We've been talking for a while. Let me move on some real quick. I want to talk about Amazon Go. And I think I've been talking to Dre about Amazon and stuff like that. And I love watching what tech companies are doing. I love seeing these big companies make some moves. Do you guys know what Amazon Go is? Anybody here?
Yeah. Isn't that like their brick and mortar that they're planning on having?
I saw this. I didn't know they were going to do it this way, but I did see them coming with a brick and mortar store. But the way they went about it. Now, some people are wondering, what is Amazon Go? Amazon Go is a new kind of store with no checkout required. We created the world's most advanced shopping technology, so you never have to wait in line. With our just walk out shopping experience, simply use the Amazon Go app to enter the store, take the products you want, and go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously. So, I mean... That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. They do have instructions on how it works. Little rundown says our checkout free shopping experience is made possible by the same type of technology used in self-driving cars, computer vision, sensor fusion, and deep learning. Our just walk out technology automatically detects when the products are taken from or returned to the shelves and keep track of them in our virtual cart. When you're done shopping, you could just leave the store. Shortly after, we'll send you a receipt and charge your Amazon account. So everything's done through Amazon. I like creeping on the interwebs, and so I did see an article called Amazon Go Fuck You. But apparently on the launch in Seattle, as I know, the only store right now is in Seattle. That's what I know.
Which is where headquarters is located.
Yeah. So you can go there if you want to drive to Seattle. It'll be a 3-hour drive for me. If you do live in Seattle, definitely drop by and please send me a video of your review. That'd be really dope to check out. Apparently they kind of hype up the whole no waiting in line, but for the first day people were waiting in the line to get into the store to not wait in line. So that's what the article was about, which is actually pretty funny. We have a video for anybody in chat that wants to kind of see it visually. We have a video right there. Let's click this video, show this video, then we'll talk more about it, and kind of get everybody's thoughts on it. I think this is actually really, really cool, and I saw this. I'm happy for Amazon. I'm really, really happy. All right, let me know when you guys are ready to do this damn thing. We'll do it.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready.
Good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Vamonos.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Yep, there's an address if anybody wants to go there. Nice, nice. I'm digging it. I like it. Although they probably should have made me the voice of the person narrating that. That would have been a lot better. But what do you guys think about it? I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean the video definitely sells it pretty well. You know, I think about all the times in college when I had to get to class on time and there was some line, you know, at the student store or whatever, and you're trying to grab some stuff. And it would have been so much more convenient just to grab something off the table and then I'm out, you know? So yeah, for people, especially in busy cities like that, you know, being able to go in and out is pretty impressive. I mean, I remember seeing like the article that said that they were, you know, they were the stealing or whatever, like they don't really worry about stealing. And it was just such a low percentage of occurring with the Amazon stores that they really don't care about losing that money. So, I mean, at that point, if that's the case, then, you know, it seems like it's pretty convenient. I imagine that they might even like add a feature or something like that if they haven't already, where like, say if for some reason it is misquoted, you know, they can just charge it back to your account since you are paying with Amazon and fix it if you were some kind of overpriced or something like that. So,
okay.
I mean, this is coming from like Amazon, a company that has been known to basically just turn the other cheek when someone calls in and says, "Hey, a shipment didn't show up" or something like that, and it's like no loss to them actually. So for them to deal with like theft in the store, I don't think it's much of a big deal for them. And this is something similar to what I've seen Apple try doing before, and it didn't really work well. But I hope it really works. It seems like it's going to work well for Amazon.
yeah. I mean, what hasn't worked well for Amazon? All over the place, like, you know, buying Whole Foods, and now we're seeing some of those changes happen. So, yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with them pushing the boundaries of what we can do with a store like this. You know, I definitely rather go into an Amazon Go store than go into a store and get followed around. So, like, I'll take this compared to that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
So I saw somebody in chat say this, and I looked this up with my detective skills. Somebody said somebody stole some pads from there. That is actually not the truth. This is what is his name? He's in a YouTube video. He's a YouTuber. Let me grab his name real quick.
Okay, so picture.
He does Linus.
Do you want to give this guy like that kind of like publicity?
No. I no. Okay, he didn't steal it. He was trying to prove that he could trick the system, which didn't work. So obviously his videos titled "We Stole Tampons from the cashier Amazon Go store." So obviously it's the hype, so everybody wants to see it. It did not happen. So it turns out, so what he tried to do, he tried to put it down. He tried to trick the system by putting it down in the wrong spot. But luckily with Amazon's deep learning technology, also with a ton of cameras on the store ceiling, he actually was charged after he left. So it seems like it's working. I've been hearing some reports of people walking out with like yogurts and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
apparently like somebody like I saw that same article where someone they got charged for they didn't get charged for one of their yogurts out of the
Mhm.
entire bag of groceries they had. And that kind of thing is probably gonna happen, but
it's gonna
like
happen. It's an
yeah,
error.
but I mean compared to like trying to literally trick the system,
Mhm.
they seem to be working more towards stopping that from happening compared to like someone that's accidentally not getting charged for something.
Yeah,
And
because
that's the thing though, like you won't even know until after you get home. If you try to steal some stuff, and the next thing you know is a $200 bill on your Amazon because you're gonna get away with it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be hilarious.
yeah. So the thing is, I feel like the money that they're saving are not, I guess, having a full fledged customer service team. They can afford to lose an item here and there that costs like $1.50, $2.50. I feel like this is a really great start to something amazing. Amazon. I feel like other companies will do the same. I feel like other companies. I was actually okay. I'm not saying I'm a prophet or anything, chat, but I envisioned this when I was younger. I was like, yo, you walk into a store, you got a bracelet on, you stick your hand in the racking, you pull it out, it scans your barcode. With the barcode, you pull out, bada bing, bada boom. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Amazon's rich off my idea pretty much. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I mean, this is like I said before. Like Apple tried doing this before, where basically you could just walk in, you pick up something, but the thing is, there's another step. Like you have to actually like scan a device or something like that, and basically you could just walk out with not having to deal with any of the employees inside of the store.
Mhm.
They had something like that. I love the fact that Amazon basically took it this step further by having you can walk into the store, you have to be logged into the Amazon app on the phone. That's the only thing. But you walk in, grab what you want, walk out. Like that to me is like the best thing ever because there's
Mhm.
no hassle, there's no fuss, and my thing is, what employees now working there? Just people who stock in the shelves.
yeah.
Yeah,
Stocking
probably have a
shelves. They said
delivery
they
guy.
have a bakery there as well, where you can get ready to eat foods and stuff.
So it's like where's the social interaction? Like, yeah, now we're starting like a lot of people are like antisocial and stuff like that, and they don't want to interact with certain people sometimes. But the thing is now, like, okay, do you just have like an employee just sitting in the back? Oh, hey, we're out of cupcakes. We need to like put some more out there. Or hey, we're out of AA batteries. Someone got to go now out there and put it out there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if I could get like some coffee in the morning and everything else I need, I'd be totally okay with that.
Yeah, like I don't mind that, but the thing is, like, let's say that there's something that's there that you want. Like, I'm gonna go there to like I don't know, get an HDMI cable. Being a streamer that I am, I need an HDMI cable. I'm gonna go to the Amazon Go store because I know they're gonna have it because that's where I normally buy my HDMI cables. I go to Amazon Go, none there.
But
Is there anyone?
this is Amazon though, so I imagine they probably have a list and inventory you can probably check before you even get there.
Yeah,
Eventually.
probably.
But it's not really going to matter. I mean, you go to stores today that have 300 people clocked in on their staff, and there's items not on the shelf. So,
Oh yeah, definitely. I've gone to Best Buy a couple times and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for this, and there's none left, and I'm like,
Best Buy is like the best example of that. Best Buy,
yep.
Like you don't know how many times I've actually gone to like a different city. Like being that like I travel to like Los Angeles, San Francisco, like Chicago, and all these other places. And you want to know, Best Buy is like the last place I will ever go for anything.
Bro, I love Best Buy. They give you the insurance on your technology. Psh, all day. All day. I love Best Buy.
Let's not get into that.
I love Best Buy.
That's another topic. But like Best Buy is like the last place I'll go to because I remember one time like I use Canon Vixie, like I use Canon XA25s and stuff like that. One of my power adapters died. So I needed another one. Knowing that they sell the Vixia like G40, G30, you would think that they would actually have the actual charging cable for it. No, they don't have the charging cable at all. You have to order it online and then wait for it to be delivered. I'm like, yo, I need it like right now. I'm streaming a Red Bull event down the street. I need this cable. I need this camera to be running. And they're like, oh, we don't have it. The only thing we have are the universal cables, and we're not even sure if we even have that. And I'm like,
that's customer service, man. They can't have everything.
You should at least have an accessory for something that you sell in the store. That's how I feel.
I mean,
like, I feel
in a perfect world, yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
I feel like if you sell this Canon camera, that you should at least sell the power adapter because like myself, I like having multiple power adapters for certain things. Like if I have this camera like I'm using right now, I'm using a Canon X825. I like to have at least 3 for each camera that I have. So I have a total of 12 for the 4 cameras that I own. When it comes to anything,
I've been to gas stations that have ran out of gas, so I don't want to hear that.
Wait, I've never been to a gas station that ran out of gas.
You must no, but like seriously, it's like there's places that run out of these things. But the thing is, when they tell you, "Oh, we don't carry that," you have to order it online. You're kind of like, "Wait, what?" So even if there was a possibility that it could have been in stock, it doesn't even matter because they don't carry it in the store.
But also that you can't blame that on Best Buy. You gotta put some blame on the manufacturer, man, the warehousing that makes that product. Because the same, I work in customer service, and we don't have all the products that are advertised on our main manufacturer for the fact that they don't ship everything to us. We have a select, you know what I mean? Like that's how it works.
Because of the buying trends in the area. So if people aren't buying it, they're not gonna have it.
I mean, yeah. Welcome to, welcome to most businesses.
Like no, but you gotta understand, as someone who does production and stuff like that, it sucks because I remember I was in California and I remember like 3 of my HDMI cables went out. Freaking Target had the only cables they had were the 4K cables, and those are like $90 each. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm not about to spend $90. I was like, we're gonna have to go like an hour out to Micro Center just to get a cable.
Yeah.
And we ended up having to do that. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, why did I have to go all the way out? And I could have just went to Target. Like, why must Target only sell 2.0 cables?
I'm sorry, man. I'm
It's
sorry.
mainly because that was the trend. But it's like I understand.
Yeah.
But I feel like Amazon Go, it's a great thing.
They have something great going.
It's gonna be a great thing. I feel like once it hits more markets and things like that, it'll be like the perfect thing because I love Prime now. Like I love Prime now. Like I ordered my SNES and my NES classics off of Prime now and got it within 45 minutes. I love that function.
Like what I think is interesting about the Amazon, option here is that I'm kind of interested to see kind of if they go into any like marketing options for this in the future, as far as like buying trends or selling those kind of things to advertisers. Because I mean, you got someone actually going into a store and picking up things consistently every week. I can see people wanting that kind of information, on the regular.
And plus, I think this will drive up sales because a lot of people are like, and I'm not gonna lie, me, myself, and I. Sometimes I don't want to go. I don't want to get in my car. I don't want to go to the store, and I don't want to deal with the lines. I don't want to deal with the people. Sometimes I just want to just sit at home and order it. But if I can walk in a store, don't even got to make eye contact with anybody. I'm joking.
Don't gotta open your mouth.
And then you just walk in and then grab it and leave. This will drive up sales because someone's like, I need an HDMI cord, or I need something. I'm just going to Amazon Go. Walk in, walk out, easy. You know what I mean? I think that'll help a lot. Now, some people are probably wondering, how does this all work? How does it all work? Amazon says all you need is an Amazon account, the free Amazon Go app, and a recent generation iPhone or Android phone. You can find the Amazon Go on the application on the Apple App Store, Google Play, and Amazon App Store. Now, this is the question I want to throw to you guys. I overheard a conversation on the interwebs about this, and I kind of feel the same way. It says you need a recent generation iPhone or Android. What happens if you don't have either? What happens if you have an older one? Do you feel like that kind of is unfair to some people who don't have the newest technology? That is,
I feel that they use the NFC chip within the iPhone. So basically, any phone that's capable of doing Apple Pay will actually work within the Amazon Go. So basically, you're talking what? 5S, 6, 6S, 7, 8, and 10. Those are pretty much the phones that would actually be able to actually utilize this function. When it comes to Android, a lot of the phones already have NFC. It just isn't capable of working.
Watch them start like selling the phone in the store. Like,
yeah,
like you can't get it to work in here. Okay, we'll just sell you one.
Yeah, don't say that.
I'll buy one.
How it works is you walk in, they're like, no, you can't leave. you can't check out, but you can buy this new phone to check out. Yeah, I imagine that's how
You
they'll
get
do
this
it.
Galaxy S9 right
I mean,
now. It's not even out yet.
I imagine the types that are going to go to the store are going to be the types that have a newer age iPhone.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Denny. It's going to be people that are tech savvy, people that
Mhm.
are comfortable with, the ways Amazon is integrated into people's lives. They're going to know how to do that.
So, yeah, if you're gonna go to a self checkout store, you might as well know how you do it. You're not just gonna walk in without a phone and be like, I don't know, it's gonna scan my brain.
Yeah, here's the
picture
weird
my,
thing
my
to me.
grandma or my aunt or somebody like
Oh, yeah.
they'd be so paranoid to walk into a store like that.
They're watching us. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
The thing is, they're not even open on the weekends. I'm not sure what business decision that was, but it's Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9. And typically
Oh wow.
stores
Wait,
are,
this is Amazon Go?
yeah, Amazon Go. Yeah, makes no sense to me.
What did you
My
say?
favorite store to shop at is this place called B&H here in New York. They run Jewish hours, so they close at 2:00 on Friday. They're not open Saturday. They open again on Sunday. So I'm pretty much used to having to work within those hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just me.
But
it's kind of surprising there's no weekend hours though.
that's a little weird. Maybe they see it like overloading the system because everybody's kind of off work. I don't know. I have no idea.
Business though that you're missing out on.
They are.
I do my grocery shopping on the weekend.
Yeah, people got work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. I never go. I hate grocery shopping. I hate it so much.
The Super Bowl is tomorrow.
I just did it I just did it today.
So,
Mhm.
I'm planning to go to the grocery store tomorrow and stock up on all the necessities.
Chicken
for the
wings.
game.
Turkey bacon.
Go for that.
Chips.
I said turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
If you don't get out of here.
Turkey bacon.
Don't at me. Turkey bacon is better than pork bacon any day. Nobody say anything in chat.
I'm on the keto diet, so guess what? I'm eating bacon like chips.
Hey man, bacon, eggs. Yep. All right. Kind of bringing up something else. Walmart is doing that too, but Walmart's doing it with handhelds in Canada. The downside of this could slash. I mean, people's jobs are being slashed left and right. With technology, it's kind of the age we live in. It's something that comes with, I guess, growing technology wise. So Walmart is adopting that in Canada in 22 stores, and I imagine more stores are going to do it too. So who knows what's going to happen with all those jobs? That is obviously no bueno, but it's going to be very interesting to see what they do in the future. We've been talking for a long time. So we're going to cut that right there. I definitely could talk about technology all day in that. But let's move on to one final gem. We're going to talk about some Netflix stuff. Who here has Netflix? Denny? Dre?
I think we all do.
Everybody has Netflix?
I mean, I have T-Mobile, so T-Mobile pays for my Netflix.
Yes,
so
yes. Yes. So before the podcast, me and my girl binged watched at least 5 episodes of Altered Carbon. Everybody hear about this? This show is good. If you've been a little a little cautious of it, and you're like, I don't want to deal with it, this show is worth watching. Totally worth watching. I'm gonna show a little trailer, and then we'll skedaddle. Grab it real quick. Altered Carbon is right there. All right, you guys got it? You guys want to watch it at the same time?
I'm ready.
Yeah, so you won't see like the whole thumbnail because I switched it out and Discord's weird like that. You'll kind of have to go through the text. It's like right there. Second one down.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah. It was a little weird. I was like, yeah. You guys got it? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's play this. Give me a second. And I would say this show is definitely, I'm a huge sci-fi fan. And with action, right up my alley. All right. 3, 2, 1. Vámonos.
Your body is not who you are. You shed it like a snake sheds its skin. You transfer the human consciousness between bodies to live eternal life.
How long have I been down?
250 years.
You are the property of Bancroft Industries. You've been provided with this body, which came equipped with military-grade neurochem and combat muscle memory.
The fight scenes are good too.
Mr. Kovacs, I didn't ask you to bring me back into this world. All I ask of you is that you solve a murder. Whose? Mine.
This is the beginning.
Whoever murdered him must be found, or we're all in danger.
I'm gonna need access that you don't want to give. And I'm gonna find answers that you may only think you want.
Friends, enemies, people with opportunity and motive. Can't trust anybody.
If you don't solve this quickly enough, I'll erase you.
Of the end.
I thought you'd be bigger. They made me bring all this back up.
It's rude.
There's more here than you're willing to see. The mystery needs to be solved.
Hey, Lieutenant?
You know, saving your ass is not my only job.
I like her.
Woo. It's good. It's good. I sat down and honestly what were you saying? If you could sit down and watch the first 15-20 minutes and you'll be hooked. There's an action scene right off the bat and you're just like, I'm watching this show. I could honestly just make a podcast that's about Netflix all day. It would be amazing.
Netflix has been making some pretty good moves lately.
Right?
I mean, a lot of them have been kind of like divisive. Like Bright, for example.
Mm-hmm.
People were trying to trash that movie.
Oh yeah, everybody.
People still watched it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got of course, the streaming things, those kind of things. But a lot of the industry, as far as the movie industry goes, are trying to treat Netflix kind of as like the other, or we still have to go out there and support real films, in theaters and blah blah blah. People are on Netflix because they're not getting the support from the film industry in the first place.
Yeah.
Movies like Mudbound and stuff like that are happening on Netflix instead because they're not getting that kind of support.
And they're appreciated on Netflix too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Joel Kinnaman actually getting the option here because he's had a rough time on a few movies.
The main actor?
Suicide Squad and RoboCop. Yeah, he was the main. He was one of the mains in both those movies.
Yeah.
And so people
Suicide
were
Squad.
tearing apart for both of those. So I'm hoping that this will actually be, a success for him in a way that you can kind of get into some other things. But
I would, if I could title this anything, I would say his redemption. This is his redemption. Trust me, it's good. It's definitely good.
Awesome, man. Looks like it's really good. I love any type of show that's got that level of tech in it, or that level.
Apparently, it's based on books too.
Yeah.
So, if you like the literary form, you can go look at the books and read those if you like the show. But I'm gonna definitely check it out. I'm gonna probably watch it sometime in a week or two. Probably even watching the cookout maybe.
Yeah. That would be really cool to watch it for the cookout. I would definitely tune into that. There's quite a few other shows coming up on Netflix too. But I could talk about that all day. But honestly, this is the end of the podcast. It's been amazing. Unless you guys have anything else you guys want to vent, talk about, maybe we could say for hours, but I know time is of the essence. You guys got things to do. But I do want to thank Bites World, aka Bits World, Diddy Von Doom, and Dre for being on the podcast. Guys, I know you guys might laugh at me about this, but I am like, I can't say your name. B-Food Techie. I just call you Dre and B when you come to chat, man. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I completely understand. It's like one of those words, like, no matter how many times someone might tell you how to, I'm not going to try. B, Dre, whatever. Like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. And also, we did drop you guys' Twitch channels, guys. Please follow them. They are all amazing streamers. Definitely check them out. Very, very nice. Just amazing people, and I'm lucky to have them. You guys might laugh and be like, "Ha, I'm here," but I look up to you, Denny, and what you do, man. You're a great part of the community. Hey, Bites, man, I'm lucky to meet you, and Dre, dude, glad I met you too.
I do have one thing I want to say.
Oh, okay.
If you guys are in the New York City area, we are holding a New York City streamer meetup on February 17th. So if you guys are watching this, February 17th, we're holding a New York City streamer meetup. If you guys follow twitter.com/Twitch _NYC. You can find out all the information there. Just
Mhm.
give us a follow, and we'll, to say, hey, when's the meetup?
Mhm.
And I'll respond to you because I'm basically the lead on that. We're hoping to be Twitch powered soon, so hopefully by then we will be Twitch powered. But we're just pushing for other things. We are sponsored by XPlay and Player.me, but that's besides the point.
Nice,
But
nice, nice.
make sure you follow that Twitter. So if you are in the New York City, and that means Jersey, Connecticut, even Rhode Island, if you're planning on making a trip to New York, knock yourself out.
Nice, nice. But everybody, starting with the one and only Bites. Shout out, where people could find you, how often you stream, what platforms you're on, your future plans. So, give us a secret sauce.
Yeah, man. So you can find me at Twitch at Bites World. I'm on Twitter, same thing at Bites World, and Instagram as well at Bites World. So pretty consistent with the naming across most platforms. My schedule right now is really Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday on Twitch, and Fridays and Saturdays are kind of reserved for new releases and things like that. Although they're not a part of my typical schedule, I try to get on for the hype most times. So, as far as future plans, I'm a new streamer. Most of you guys have probably recently met me. I also moderate for the Cookout as well. So that's how I met Denny and a few of the other guys. So that's kind of my future plans, is to stay active in the community, stay active in streaming. So really appreciate you guys' support if you drop in.
And then Mr. Denny.
All right. Well, you can pretty much find me at Denny Von Doom on pretty much everything. From Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. It's pretty much all the same on all those platforms. Also, as far as like schedule goes, every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we do Fight Club Weekly. So if you're interested in Justice 2, you can catch us doing a tournament for that. There's pretty hype stuff coming up for that pretty soon. Also, DBZ will be running on Saturdays. So if you're down on PS4 and want to get down with some tournament players, come through on Saturdays and have some fun.
I'm about to get my button mashing ready, bro.
I'm
ready, man.
Jump in. It's open to everybody. And then of course the Cookout. You guys can definitely check us out at Cookout POC on Twitter. You can hit us up on Discord. We actually have an info session for the Cookout tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in it or want to know about that, tomorrow Sunday 4 p.m. EST will be down for that option. I stream about 4 times a week, roughly. Actually, I was one of the people selected for front page for Black History Month this month on Twitch. So February 18th, 7 to 9 p.m. on PST time, I'll be on
I'm
front
happy to
page.
hear that.
So
I'm
you guys
happy
can
to hear
definitely come
that.
through
We'll be there to support you, Denny.
We'll be
Yeah,
there.
sure.
We'll be there.
Affiliate.
Yeah. It's pretty
Affiliate
hype.
on front page. Love to hear that.
Get him, Denny. Get him, Denny.
Let's
Nice,
go.
man.
It's
All
gonna be a
right.
good time. I might actually even play DBZ during. Who knows?
Okay.
You're gonna join me and play.
All right.
Hey,
All
mix
right.
it up.
All right. And Dre, where can we find you, man?
Twitch.tv/Bifuteki, Facebook.com/Bifuteki, YouTube.com/Bifuteki, Instagram.com/Bifuteki.com.
Just be for techie everywhere.
No. You see that thing? I wish I can have Bifuteki everywhere, but I can't. But you can basically find me as Bifuteki on everything except which is Bifuteki.com. I basically have to, anytime there's a new platform, like, there's so many new platforms that come out there, I have to sign up for it so I could take the name before somebody else does, because I've had instances where people actually have gone onto a new platform, like Hitbox, for instance, and tried to get partner under my name and things like that. And I was like, hey, that's not me. Why are you offering this to them? And
Yes.
so I basically take the proactive step that if I hear anything new coming out there, I jump on and just do that.
Grab that name.
So I tend to do streams, throughout the week. It could be sporadic or anything like that, but you could always catch me on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, doing at-home streams, or sometimes doing an event stream. Like I have a big tournament coming up called Winter Brawl that's taking place February 23rd. Hold on, I don't even know what day it is. All I know is that I have to be there. Yeah, February 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I'll be down there streaming all types of games, especially one game we talked about tonight, which is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Come check out the high-level gameplay. You might see Sonic Fox, Echo Fox's Sonic Fox, and other players like Chris G and things like that playing all of these high-end fighters.
Well, for me, myself, and I, guys, you guys know who I am, or you know, maybe you don't. You're like, who's this guy talking? I don't know who this guy is, but
Yeah,
I'm
who are you?
Who am I? G, aka Glitchside. You can. I'm on every well, if I'm not on every platform, I'm about to be on there.
Oh,
Check
wait,
me
wait,
out.
wait, sorry. Yeah, player.me as well.
Player.me, yeah, and player.me.
/ Beacon Techie as well.
Yeah.
I feel like if you aren't using player.me, you're missing out on half the potential you could actually have.
It's a pretty good platform. But yeah, you can find me Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that fancy stuff, Glitchside. All right. But guys, thank you guys letting me, Mr. G, aka Glitchside, be your host on the one and only Glitched Out Podcast, episode 18, joined by my boy Diddy Von Doom, Bites World, and Dre, aka the name I can't pronounce. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys next Sunday at 3 p.m. PST for episode 19. All right. Also, if you guys do know anybody who wants to be on the podcast, or you yourself are a content creator on the that wants to be on the podcast, no matter your size, no matter your follower count, no matter your sub count, that does not matter, guys. This is a creative hub where we come together, hang out, have some fun. Hit me up or hit my mods up. All right. You guys have a great night. Peace.
Jokey beat.